So we're going to look at the first offense, or the first counter that Dean's going to do from that belly down armbar position. We just go from Z guard. So say we're here, okay, and again I dig for that razor lock. Dean brings his arm in, and now he's swimming inside. So if the arms, turn this way, bro. So obviously if the arm's free, we're just straight into the belly down armbar. But a counter he can do is, he will grab the inside of his right leg with his right hand. Perfect there. First thing I'm thinking about is, just turn back again, sorry, that way, perfect. I want to get the crook of my arm around Dean's right arm, so my left arm is connected to his right arm, and I'm elbow to elbow. Initially, I will get hand to hand, and now we talked about anytime I want to submit someone, I need to put tension in this arm. It's loose now. Watch what happens when I pull it in here. That's put tension in his grip. Now I need to get my legs in the right position. So I'm on my left side. I'm going to cup my hip, and my right hand goes on the mat. I'm going to thread my right leg underneath his far armpit, and now I'm going to windshield wiper my left instep over the back of the head. My free right hand grabs his shin and belly down. I'm going to fall back onto my left hip and roll him over. Okay, just this way, bro. And if he still has that grip, first thing is, leg comes over the head, and then I bring my heel towards my butt. We've already addressed this. I'm sliding my grip up to the end of the lever. I can find the knee, push it down and strip it. If he hasn't crossed his ankles, I can also grab this leg. We talked about that action, and by me straightening the leg, it removes that profile. And now into the armbar again. Just get one angle up from here so you can see what I'm doing with my feet. So just from Z guard, and I dig in and I start to work that arm lock, and then Dean turns his arm away, and then we shoot in straight into the belly down armbar position. But now Dean from there brings his hand inside and grabs his own thigh. So first thing is, put tension in his arm. Hand to hand, my crook of my arms around his arm. Let's see what I'm doing with my feet. So now you grab my hip, my free right hand comes in the mat, and I come from my hip belly down, and my right leg is going under the far armpit as my left windshield wipers and comes over the back of his head. Now my right hand goes in the mat, grabs his shin, and as I go from belly down back onto my back, I'm just rotating him over. First thing I'm thinking about is the leg coming over, and if he still has this grip, I'm sliding to the end of the lever. If his leg's triangled, I'm going to work on pushing his knee to the mat and then stripping it. Or if he hasn't, I can kind of grab this leg and pull it back as if I'm trying to knee bar him. And once the leg straightens, he loses that profile of the grip. And now we're back into the armbar. Let's just use Declan so you can see, bro. So, look at it from close guard. From here, he's tight. There's no way I'm going to get an arm bar, so he just breaks his posture. Another thing I can do is I can find the grips on the inside of the elbows, pull out, get his hands in the mat. Once I control his posture and head and arm, I uncross, and now you reclose in high guard. So now my leg is occupying the space underneath his left armpit. And now from this position, I wait until he starts the posture. If he keeps his hands on the mat, we're just straight into basic jiu-jitsu, Khmers and stuff. But he will want to build a base on me. As he does, 45 inside, I get his elbow past the shoulder line, jump into the top lock, and then from there switch grips, underhook, and now we have the armbar. But now he starts to stack me, perfect. So we talked about how my head's looking in that direction as I spin underneath him, and we end up here in the position. Okay, just shuffle this way, perfect. Okay, so it's fine, but then he gets his grip. Okay, so first thing is, I get the crook of my arm around his arm, and I pull this tight to my belly. I want his right elbow in my belly, and there's tension in the arm. It's so important that we put tension in it in before we try to submit it. Now let's get our legs in the right position. I just find my hip free right hand goes in the mat. I start to come belly down as I throw. I want my right leg underneath that far armpit, my heel, as my left foot windshield wipers over the back of his head. Grab the shin, and the momentum of me falling from my knees to my back rolls him over. And now that leg comes over. So free stay there. If he has that grip and he hasn't triangled, I just underhook that and start to straighten it out. Now that grip, he's no profile as I come up to the end of the lever, and now we have that again. Let's look at that another angle. Just from here. So diagonal jiu-jitsu, his elbows are on the inside. There's no way I'm going to get an armbar. Just pulling with my knees and not opening his hands. Then I jump into high guard. So I'm occupying that space. I wait until he starts to build a base on me. 45 inside, get his elbow past the shoulder, and then from that position I'm just jumping straight into the top lock, push, and now we're into our armbar. But maybe I'm late, he starts to stack, so again I'm coming through that space and we end up here. But now he decides to do his first counter, which is grabbing the inside of his thigh with his right hand. I dig deep and I want the crook of his arm, so I'm elbow to elbow. Initially, I do this to put tension in it, and then when the moment's right, I find my hip, my free hand goes on the mat. Now I go belly down and I thread my foot underneath his armpit, the far armpit, as I windshield wiper my left foot over the back of his head. Hands on the mat, grabs the shin, and the momentum of me going onto my back takes him over. Now my leg comes over. This time he's gonna, when he's grabbed the thigh, he's gonna cross his ankles. So now it'll be difficult for me to try and get that knee bar action. So I'm just gonna pull his knee down this way. Okay, slide to the end of the lever, and as I come up, we're back into the armbar again.